Boys, match week 1 is upon us. We've got a slate of 10 Premier League games. How are we feeling about it?
Football's back, baby.
Yo, I am excited.
Let's go.
Let's break it down. This is going to be the Red Card Radio preview. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Red Card Radio preview show where we're going to break down the 10 Premier League matches for you coming up in match week 1. As always, I am James. I support Arsenal. That is Brad. He supports Chelsea. And down below, he is Sean, supports Tottenham. Boys, kicking off the Premier League season. We're just going to get right into it. On Friday, August the 5th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Crystal Palace are hosting Arsenal at Selhurst Park. I'm excited about this. I'm actually in I'm in Charleston right now. And there's a supporters club. I might be going down to the Edmonds Oast Brewery to meet up with the I know I said it, Brad, because you're a big fan of Edmonds Oast.
Yeah, I love me some Edmonds Oast. Let's go. That's
where the Arsenal supporters group down here meets. So you might find me down there Friday afternoon with the CFO. The CFO and I might run down there for the match. But okay, so Friday we got Crystal Palace Arsenal. Saturday kicking off, we've got Fulham hosting Liverpool, newly promoted Fulham hosting Liverpool back in the Premier League. Then we got Bournemouth hosting Villa, Leeds hosting Wolves, Newcastle hosting Nottingham Forest. Joel, that's a big game. Newly promoted team. We'll see what's up. Then we got Spurs hosting Southampton.
An Arsenal, Joel.
Don't pull an Arsenal. That's not good. Everton hosting Chelsea, so Chelsea may go up to the Merseyside to see Everton. We got Leicester City hosting Brentford, Manchester United hosting Brighton, and West Ham rounding out the weekend hosting Manchester City, hosting the champions. So that's the slate of games going on this week. What's everyone really looking forward to in this slate of games? What's everyone feeling?
You know what?
What? Brad?
I want to see. Chelsea's opening up against Skinny Frank. I wonder if the pensioner side of Chelsea's going to come out here and give some free points to Frank. I don't think so. There's always that chance. There. So we'll see.
James, that seems like Brad's scared.
He might be.
I'm always scared of the bottom half teams because we just don't turn up sometimes.
I mean, I will say this,
but we're not going to. I don't think we're going to pull
first game of the year too.
I will say this about Everton and Chelsea. Neither one of y'all have looked particularly good in preseason. So this might be a clown fiesta in that match.
We'll see. I got Chelsea winning 2-0. If you ask me for a prediction, Chelsea's winning 2-0.
For the Spurs game, did all three of us have Southampton getting relegated?
No.
I did.
Oh.
I think just you and
I did. I think I did.
I don't think I did.
No, Brad did not. I don't think Brad did.
We'll check the sheets in a minute when I pull it up.
Or Sean's just going to do it right now.
Hold on. I had Fulham and Everton. I had Everton being relegated.
Only James did.
Oh, only me.
I thought I had Southampton relegated.
Well, I think that
it was Everton.
I think that Southampton are going to get. So you guys beat Manchester City on the opening weekend last year. I think you're going to beat.
Yes, we did.
I think you're going to beat Southampton this year.
I think what I'm most looking forward to, you said the game I'm most looking forward to would obviously be my own, but it's not for the game. It's to see what the starting 11 is. That's what I'm most interested in. Does Lenglet start? Does Bissouma start? Does Perisic start on the left? Like things like that. Does Richarlison start? I would imagine not him. Yeah, but the other ones are fair questions. Like, does Bentancur start? Does Bissouma start? Does Højbjerg start? Lenglet or Davies? Like the star of last year, Davies. Like, he had a resurgence at left center back. Like, do you just say, hey, thanks for your service and pat him on the back and bring in the new left center back? Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm most interested in what the starting 11 is going to be. Conte would absolutely do that. Thanks for your service. Yeah, go back to the bench. Yeah, he would absolutely do that. That's what I'm most interested in, is to see the starting 11.
So, I mean, I'm of course really excited about this Crystal Palace Arsenal match. I think I don't think what's going to happen last year is going to happen this year with Arsenal losing the first match of the season on Friday. I don't see that happening. But Crystal Palace is a good team. We talked about this all of last year.
And you're at Selhurst.
Yeah.
A win would be a great result for you.
It's a great way to start.
Joel threw some smoke, by the way.
In the grand scheme of the season, winning at Selhurst is a good result, honestly.
Yeah. Joel threw some smoke here. He thinks Crystal Palace is getting a 1-0 win. I'm here for this. I'm here for the smoke.
I think that there's almost no chance Crystal Palace win 1-0.
Didn't you say that last year that Brentford wasn't going to beat Arsenal?
I mean, did I say that before I knew that like 5 or 6 Arsenal players had COVID? Like, I mean, clearly
even after that, you said, "Oh no, yeah, we'll still win."
I mean, to be fair, we still
outbreaks they're gonna have, Brad. They had one in January, one in August. Every time they had a bad game, there was a COVID outbreak, huh?
Was there one right before the Tottenham game that got them Europa League?
Yeah, that was the one in January, huh? And then they pushed it to May.
Oh yeah.
We thrashed them in May too.
Okay, that was.
Thrash you in February, we'll thrash you in May. It doesn't matter.
Man, you're making me remember that match and how bad the officiating was.
Hey, you guys, you pick the date. You pick the date. We'll beat you on that time.
October 1st. Let's go.
Just don't let Tottenham play Chelsea in January because we smoked their asses. But you guys get 1 goal in 3 games. 1 goal. You got 1 goal in 3 games. You didn't get 3 goals. Who scored them?
Oh, I was saying 3 games. I remember.
Yeah, 3 games. 9-1. Let's go.
Yeah, whatever.
This is what. So
it's getting sideways.
I think always. That's if you're new to the Red Card Radio, the nature of Red Card Radio is to get sideways. Yeah. So Joel did hit us with some predictions in the comments. He had Crystal Palace beating Arsenal 1-0. He had Newcastle beating Forest 3-1. He had Spurs winning 2-0, and he had Everton losing 3-0 to Chelsea. So Chelsea beating Everton 3-0. Those were Joel's predictions. He only gave us 4. Where are the other 6, Joel? What's going on, man?
Come on, man. At Goodison? Ain't no way.
You don't. Well, okay. What do you think is going to happen
with the legend Jordan Pickford back there?
Oh God.
His boy is on the left wing this side, so Sterling's going to finish those chances.
Do you guys think that Jordan Pickford feels like he's playing for his England job?
He has to.
He has to right now.
He has to feel it. Like that has to be his only motivation right now.
The World Cup's coming up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in 3 months.
But I guess my question is that Gareth Southgate has been very loyal to Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford in an England kit is he's a different player than when he's got an Everton kit on. So do you feel like he has to have a good first 3 months to cement himself as the England #1 for the World Cup? Or do you think that that's already a thing?
With Dean Henderson playing, I think he's going. Dean Henderson getting regular minutes. If Dean Henderson looks good, then
so
and he's going to.
Have to take a look.
What happens if Dean Henderson looks good, Nick Pope looks good, Aaron Ramsdale all look good, and Jordan Pickford looks poor? Like, could one of those 3 goalkeepers, take over that #1 kit for the World Cup?
Probably not.
What? Absolutely, they could.
Could they? Should they? Yes. Will Southgate do it? No.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I kind of feel like that Pickford. So if Pickford plays poorly, like not necessarily like terribly, if Pickford is an idiot or something like that and can't save a ball or something, that's a different story. But if he plays average and the other 3 play above average, I still think Pickford's getting picked. And I still think he gets the first game in between goal at the World Cup. And that if he has a really poor first game, then something comes around where you could look at one of those other 3 if as the option if they were picked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that he should be playing for his shirt for England to see if he's going to get it. But I don't think
he needs to have that mentality. But I don't think his shirt is up for grabs.
I will give credit to this on Twitter at Premier League Panel. Great analysis of gameplay. What they said, I don't know if it's a he or she, What they said was England or Chelsea has not had a left wing playmaker who is comfortable on the ball to get in and out of defenders since COVID Pulisic is what they said.
COVID Pulisic.
Yeah.
COVID Pulisic, who is
COVID Pulisic was a different animal. I 100% agree.
Who is comfortable in defenders and maneuvering the ball. And then Raheem Sterling is the next one. Since then, since that 1920 Pulisic to now, they have not had that fear on the left of I might just run past you. And no defender has had to fear that since then. They just play back and just go ahead and shoot it.
I think Raheem Sterling
or they press.
I think Sterling's going to get a lot of goals for Chelsea this year. I almost picked him to be my golden boot. Because I think he's going to score a lot of goals. I almost picked him for a golden boot because I think he's going to score a lot of goals for Chelsea.
He scores goals. Like, he averages 25 goals a season. At City, he still averages like 22 goals a season, I think is what his average was at City.
Across
who rotate all the time.
Across all comps.
He's Chicharito that can dribble.
Wow.
He's a goal poacher that can dribble.
That's a lot of slander, but that's fine.
Joel, get your man in the comments.
Come on.
I want to look. I want to change gears a little bit. I want to look at the United Brighton game. So Brighton had, I think, you guys might clamor. I think they overachieved last year. For obvious reasons.
Really?
For obvious
and they
reasons.
Lost Basoma. And they lost Basoma.
They're about to lose Cucurella.
They might lose Cucurella.
They're not going to lose Cucurella.
They might. We'll see.
They're not going to.
Chelsea will pay the price. We'll see.
No, they won't.
But they're away at Old Trafford against Erik ten Hag and the new Manchester United. Do we see this as a statement game for Manchester United? Is it a put a stake in the ground moment for them to say, this is our new identity, blah blah blah. This is what you can expect to get out of us, or is it is Ten Hag going to get a new manager bounce here for a couple games, for a couple weeks? And then things are going to go off the rails a little bit for them. Because there's a lot of uncertainty with this Manchester United squad, with the Ronaldo situation.
Another center back bar.
Harry Maguire. All this. So how do we see Manchester United coming out this weekend?
I think from what you described, it can be both. You said, is this a stake in the ground or a new manager bounce? It could be both.
True. Yeah, certainly.
But what I think it's going to be is
stinker.
What?
I said a stinker.
A stinker. Yeah, I think it's going to be a stinker. I just don't think that locker room's ready for Ten Hag.
Do you guys think that you guys both think Brighton go to Manchester and get a victory?
No.
Okay.
No, it's going to be like a 1-1, 2-1.
0-0.
0-0, or it's going to be a draw.
Okay.
Unless Ronaldo is starting as striker and he scores one of his wonder goals that he normally does, that's going to be Ten Hag's saving grace. But if Ronaldo's not up to Ronaldo standards, then this is a 0-0 draw. And not because...
Don't get it twisted. Ronaldo will always be up to Ronaldo standards.
Yeah.
Not because of United. I don't think Brighton can still score goals. They haven't gotten a goal scorer.
And not having their sweeper, Basoma, is gonna hurt. Let's be honest. Unless they just somehow found some diamond in the rough.
They have a really good midfield. McAllister. They have a few good.
They do. But
like midfield center mids.
Losing one of the best center defensive mids in the Premier League. Let's be honest. I'm just bragging because he's on Tottenham, but he was one of the best center defensive mids last year in the entire Premier League. Losing that is a big loss to Brighton.
Yeah, that's why I want to. This could be an interesting game both ways. Whether or not we see
Leicester losing Conte.
Yeah, that was
It changed how they played for a couple of years until they figured it out.
For sure.
Sure. I'm interested in that Fulham Liverpool game.
Okay, tell me.
I want to see what Fulham will do if they're gonna do the normal. Yeah, Mitrovic came off a crazy season, all those goals in the championship. If he can carry that form into the Premier League this time. He hasn't in the past, but we'll see this time. And Liverpool, Nunez getting out there, their new striker.
Their right back is a Sessegnon brother.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah. The left back was Ryan, and we bought him.
Oh, okay.
And then the other that was a left back that we bought, or then there's a right back that's also a Sessegnon brother.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they loaned Ryan there, Fulham.
Oh, so it's not Ryan.
No, Ryan. No, it was the full. Tottenham loaned him to Fulham. It wasn't like you didn't buy him from there. He was loaned there, or maybe loaned back. I don't know. I know he was on loan from Tottenham to Fulham Ryan 2 years ago.
We bought our Sessegnon from Fulham. I don't know which Sessegnon it is. We're getting off the rails.
Anyways, but I want to see that. I want to see Nunez. See who that center mid is for Liverpool. I think it'll be interesting. Liverpool will probably smack them, but I want to see how Fulham can do. See Leno in goal getting absolutely blitzed.
Well, the thing is, Leno probably won't be in goal this weekend. The transfer is lingered for so long that he won't be ready by Saturday. I'll be shocked if he is.
It's not like goalie fit is like, it's not like a stamina thing.
True. Yeah.
So
I think this game's gonna be a bloodbath. I think it's gonna be about 4 or 5-0 to Liverpool.
Liverpool just coming out and monstering it.
Yeah, I don't expect to see anything from Fulham that resembles resistance against.
I'm also interested to see that Leicester-Brentford game.
Okay.
Brentford coming off of last year, and then Leicester not really adding, but not really losing. Really?
That's kind of what we talked about over the summer. Is like Leicester won by not selling anyone, by not losing anyone. They kind of succeeded.
Yeah, by not losing anyone.
Yeah.
Unless they accept the Madison and Fofana bids coming in soon. Yeah, there's a chance they might lose some people.
That's the big thing of like.
Do you imagine Madison to Newcastle?
But this is the reason why I don't think it's gonna happen is because it's so late in the transfer window at this point that Leicester wouldn't have adequate time to replace him. And the same thing with Fofana, with Yuri Tielemans. Like it's so late in the transfer window.
Tielemans. Yeah, like, I didn't even think about that.
Like these players who've been linked away from Leicester, and especially Madison and Fofana have been kind of new at this point. New links away from the club. Especially selling them to a Premier League team. It seems so late in the transfer window that they wouldn't have time to replace them. Kasper Schmeichel, it seems like that transfer. It sounds like he's going to Nice. Yeah, but it sounded like that they weren't going to sanction the transfer until they got a replacement lined up.
Yeah, but so before Fofana was hurt last year, though, there were rumblings in the Chelsea verse that we were after him.
But you told us, but earlier this week you told us that we can't judge. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that you've recently told us on I think it was the news episode this week that we can't judge Chelsea's previous transfer dealings on this new look Chelsea because it's a new setup, new owner, new managing director, things like that.
New dad.
Yeah, so we can't judge the previous Chelsea Twitterverse on the new Chelsea Twitter. I'm just saying, Brad, you gotta be consistent.
I said Twitterverse. I didn't say club. I said Twitterverse.
I need some more consistency out of you, homie.
You called me. You're correct. Fofana's coming home.
Fofana's coming home.
Speaking of coming home, how about them? How about the English women, huh?
Yeah, the Lionesses.
Bringing the trophy home. Huh?
Doing something the men can't do.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, but he's not wrong because like Germany, every time Germany gets into the final, this is their 8th final, and this is the only one they've lost.
I'm just saying. I think the English women need to start fighting for that equal pay, like the American women did at this point.
Yeah,
they need to get on that train.
We set the precedent. We can ship them some tea.
Ship them some tea. What name? Sure, Brad. You get right on
They
that.
can dump it out, and
All right. So one thing that Red Card Radio is committing to this season coming up, we are going to break down we are going to essentially divide the 10 games each weekend between the three of us. And so Sean's going to have a slate of games that he is going to focus on watching. Brad's going to have a slate of games that he's focusing on watching. James has a slate of games that I'm going to be focused on watching on. So Brad's games this week, of course, that he's going to be watching. He's going to be watching the Everton-Chelsea game. He's going to be watching the Newcastle-Nottingham Forest game. Joel, look out for his comments there. And he's going to be watching the Fulham-Liverpool game. Sean, he's going to, of course, be watching the Spurs-Southampton game. He's also got the Leicester City and Brentford match and the Leeds-Wolves match. Those are the three games that he committed to watching.
James, watching those Americans.
Yeah,
that's right.
Got to find out what Jesse Marsh and the boys are doing. I, of course,
U.S. men's national team B.
Yeah, there you go. It's kind of like Wolves in Portugal, but Leeds in the USA. So I'm, of course, going to be watching Crystal Palace Arsenal. I've also got on my slate, I've got Manchester United and Brighton and West Ham and Manchester City. I've got the Manchester teams and Arsenal this weekend. And so if you are a careful listener, you will find out that the one match that we're leaving not necessarily unwatched. Someone might watch it here. Maybe
choosing you to watch it.
Maybe you could watch that game. Maybe that could be your pick of the week. That's the Bournemouth Aston Villa match. So maybe loyal listeners, friends of the podcast, let me invite you on a quest, perhaps. Perhaps you could watch that Bournemouth Villa game. Leave us a line. Leave us a line in the comments about your thoughts on the game, and we will talk about it in our review episode next week. What do you think about that?
This could be a slugfest. It's number 1 versus number 3 for you guys to watch. So we got you a tasty game on the table.
Hold on. No, number 1.
Yeah, AFC Bournemouth is above the Arsenal.
Yeah, okay. I don't know where you guys are getting your league tables from, but the Premier League website clearly has Villa. Arsenal listed first.
You're clearly wrong, but that's okay.
AFC Bournemouth alphabetically
Arsenal
becomes or Arsenal.
Aston Villa.
Ain't nobody referring to Bournemouth as AFC Bournemouth. Get out of here. Go back. Go back to the championship.
So it's 1 versus 3. This is a big battle.
1 versus.
So it is on you.
Yeah. So we need your help. We need you to tell us. Give us the breakdown. Tell us what we should have seen. What did we miss? How did Stevie G and the boys look against Scott Parker and the boys? Scott Parker's still the manager of Bournemouth, right?
Yes, he is.
That's his gig.
Be, right?
Got him back promoted.
He might be.
At least it wasn't Eddie Howe. That would have been. I would have dated myself with that comment.
Yes, you would have.
But that's it. That's the preview. That's what's coming up for you guys this weekend. You're probably listening to this sometime on Friday or Saturday, and some of the matches have already taken place. Maybe none of them have played yet, but this is what you should be looking for this weekend coming up. Watch some games. Figure out what you enjoyed, what you didn't enjoy, and leave us a line in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. That is at KSBradG. Down below, that's at @WhiteHart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. We collectively are at RedCard_Radio. We'd love to hear from you on Twitter or drop us a line in the YouTube comments. And of course, if you are an audio-only listener, you're on one of our podcast sites, drop us a line at Twitter, on the YouTube comments, or at info.redcardradio@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. Tell us what you think about the new format on how you're getting your weekly releases for this content. We'd love to hear from you. Of course, yeah, you on YouTube as well. We'd love to hear your opinions on this new format as well. But until next time, that has been the Red Card Radio preview show, and we look forward to being able to review all of these games next week. Have a good one.